The human family is one dysfunctional group. Siblings can really cop an attitude when they discuss the realities of their experience. It always helps when one is level-headed. That being said, let's press on. Let's face it, many of the middle-class white people are not used to being singled out by police officers, nor are they used to deprivation. Many are not used to prejudice. This is different than having isolated events. Becoming used to something requires regularity of experience. Also, experiencing prejudicial behavior online does not compare to real-time experience. This said, one can understand why some of our white brothers and sisters are so pumped about the Occupy movement. They are experiencing something that, in many ways, especially for people my age and older, they are experiencing something which is prominent in my black everyday experience. Having your rights trampled on is inhumane. This is something worth dying for to protect, in my opinion. When you remove various values from your existence, life begins to lose its appeal. It can be a true struggle when you have to remind yourself daily why you stand tall and protect your honor and the honor of those you love. America has a great propensity for long-term memory lapses. Add to this fact that technology has helped to alter our relationship with time. So, many think the civil rights movement was a long time ago. No, not really, and I will never forget what my 8th grade white male history teacher taught me. He said, "You all," speaking to the entire class, which was very diverse, he stated, "Progress is movement forward, but humans can move backwards or side to side anytime they want. Things can change overnight, and remember there is nothing free about freedom." Well, several weeks after that was said to me and my classmates, I made a keen observation. I noticed that my white peers, in many cases, not all, did not have to worry about various reality plots. That simple observation said plenty to my youthful self. Now things are a-changing, aren't they? We all have a lot we can learn from each other. Mostly, I see the people of YouTube using this medium to punish each other. What an absolute waste of time and energy. Everywhere we look, there is another application of divide and conquer. However, that long-term memory problem bites our collective butts. Some of my black brothers and sisters find it ironic that we have been told that the injustices some of us rightfully decry, were not good enough to be heard when we were directly troubled by various wrongdoings. So, why have things changed? If you overlay some closely comparable experiences happening at Occupy Wall Street or Occupy America to our white brothers and sisters, our experiences now become significant. And for the time, for this time, for the now, we are needed for support and counsel. You know, I find this rather pathetic. I say this because some people, no matter the color, fail to realize that there are some of us who are very mindful of the motivations of others. Now, while we are speaking of Occupy Wall Street, this movement has some nerve. I mean, it has some real nerve. What is up with it shrouding itself in the civil rights movement? They are not the same. They are not even close. Politically, this is nothing more than Occupy using a black face, like the old minstrels did, to sell a product. That product would be themselves. You know, isn't it funny how some supporters repeatedly crib slogans and even images from the Black Civil Rights Movement. Funny how America makes it okay for even movements to be co-opted. I have to shake my head when I see occupiers, most who know little to nothing about the struggle, sing the songs and quote from Malcolm, Medgar Evers, the Black Panther Party, and others. I even notice some claiming they were the Malcolm or the King, the Martin Luther King Jr., that is, of Wall Street, when questioned by the cops. I have family members that were active in the movement or who were alive during that time. All I can do is shake my head when some seemingly well-off white adolescent decides to search haphazardly around for some few choice phrases from Black history, something that might make their demeanor have some street credibility, some deep correlation, which is nothing more than them frontin'. Oh yeah, okay, frontin'. For those of you not hip to that slang term, I'm referring to feigning a particular disposition or temperament to come off as being genuine in their crusade. Frankly, I am rather embarrassed by them. Let's get it straight, 'cause I am sure some poor fool will want to square off with me regarding this video. They will not be able to get past the notification of color and will be butthurt because of it. Well, you know what? Too bad for you. Let's put this into perspective. 1. The civil rights activists had to endure the non-watered down force of state violence. 2. They could not leave the protests and mix in with the majority members of society. They were always those black people. 3. You may be hurting or anticipating financial hurt. Remember, I'm speaking primarily about the middle-class white brothers and sisters out there. But blacks, especially in the Bible Belt and the South, faced serious repression. Oh, I'm just so sorry, wannabes, but you weren't denied freedom of speech, full voting rights, freedom of movement, educational rights, and prevented from having decent jobs, okay? And 4, many of you are bitching about the feeling face down in the mainstream. Do you feel me? Feeling face down in the mainstream. This is not the same as black civil rights activists being driven to be recognized as a man or woman, nor is it close to desiring to be a free, productive member of society. So yes, I'm a little miffed, but for good reason. Thank you for listening.